Hi all, in this video we will be discussing the most important topic on Cauchy integral theorem and its problems. It states that if we have a function f which is analytic in a simply connected domain D. So we have a domain D where the function f is analytic. Then for any simple closed path C in D, consider a closed path C in D. Let us consider anti-clockwise direction. Then if we are integrating such a function along the closed path C, the answer will be 0. Let us discuss our first question. Evaluate e raised to z over C, where C is a unit circle. So we have a unit circle which is a closed path, and you know that e raised to z is analytic everywhere. So we can conclude using Cauchy integral theorem that integral of such a function over any closed path C will be 0. Let us proceed with our next question. Evaluate integral of 1 by z square plus 9 over the closed curve C, where C is a unit circle. So we have a unit circle. Let us identify the singular points. The singular points are the points where the function fails to be analytic, and here we can obtain the singular points by equating the denominator to 0. So after solving the roots, we get z equal to plus or minus 3i. You know z is nothing but it is x plus iy. So z equal to plus 3i means here x coordinate is 0 and y coordinate is 3. So it represents the point 0, 3. And since we have a unit circle, 0, 3 lies somewhere around here. So this is our point 0, 3. And the singular point minus 3i represents the point 0, minus 3. That is x coordinate is 0 and y coordinate is minus 3. And 0 minus 3 is somewhere around here. That means our function 1 by z square plus 9 is analytic within this region. It is in safe zone. Since our function is in safe zone, okay, because the singular points lie outside the circle. So our function 1 by z square plus 9 is analytic within this region. So by Cauchy integral theorem, we can conclude that integral of C dz by z square plus 9 is 0. Now let us move on to our next question. Evaluate integral of secant z dz over the unit circle. So we have a unit circle here. So let us locate the singular points. But you may wonder that since we don't have denominator, how can we solve for the singular points? We know that secant z can be written as 1 by cos z, and the singular points are obtained by equating the denominator as 0. That means when z is pi by 2 or when z is minus pi by 2 or when z is 3 pi by 2, that is for odd multiples of pi by 2, we get the denominator as 0. When z is minus 3 pi by 2, we get the denominator as 0. But you know that our z is a complex number. That means it cannot be an angle. And pi by 2 is not an angle. We have to represent that as a real number. So which is nothing but 1.57. Because pi is taken as the value 22 by 7. and minus pi by 2 is minus 1.57. Let us locate these points. Z equal to 1.57 means the x coordinate is 1.57 and the y coordinate is 0. So 1.57 will be somewhere around here. Similarly, minus pi by 2, that is minus 1.57, will be somewhere around here. So this is 1.57 and this one is minus 1.57. Similarly, you can plot the remaining points. 3 pi by 2 is nothing but 4.71 and minus 3 pi by 2 is minus 4.71. So it will be, if you are extending this x-axis, and you may observe that the points lie somewhere around here. So all the points lie outside the circle. That means our function is analytic inside this unit circle, because all the singular points are outside the circle. So this is our safe zone. Our function is in safe zone. So by Cauchy we can conclude that all lie outside C. By Cauchy integral theorem, integral of C secant z dz will be 0. Now let us discuss another case where the function is not in safe zone, that is some of the singular points are inside the circle. So let us discuss Cauchy integral formula. Here the function is analytic in a simply connected domain. Then consider for any point z0 in the domain. So I am going to draw a simply connected domain where the function is said to be analytic except at the point z0. So here the function fails to be analytic. And consider any simple closed path that encloses the point z0. So I am going to construct a closed path around this point z0. I can mention the direction in anti-clockwise direction. So this is our closed path, and we have a domain D where the function is analytic except at this point z0. Then the Cauchy integral formula states that integral of the function, the analytic function over z minus z0 dz will be 2 pi I into f of z0. So here our function f of z is analytic except at this point, where this point lie inside the circle C, I mean the closed path C. But make sure it is taken in counterclockwise direction. If C is in clockwise direction, then integral of C f of z by z minus z0 dz will be minus 2 pi I into f of z0. Now let us discuss our first question. Evaluate integral over C 4 minus 3z divided by z into z minus 1 into z minus 2 z dz, where C is a circle with center at origin and radius as 3 by 2. Let us locate the singular points by equating the denominator to 0. Now after solving this equation, we get the roots as 0, 1 and 2. If we plot these points, z equal to 0 is nothing but the origin, z equal to 1 is the point somewhere around here, z equal to 2 is the point somewhere around here. So that means 2 points lie inside the circle. Since the direction is not given, let us take the anti-clockwise direction. By default, it is considered as an anti-clockwise direction. Now let us split the given question using partial fractions, because there are 2 points which lie inside the circle. That means we have to use partial fractions. So this can be written as 4 minus 3z into, I am going to resolve this fraction 1 divided by z into z minus 1 into z minus 2 by making use of partial fractions. Now consider the square bracket. One by z into z minus 1 into z minus 2, which can be written as a divided by z plus b divided by z minus 1 plus c divided by z minus 2. We are going to resolve this and then solve the constants a, b, c. A into z minus 1 into z minus 2, z into z minus 2, z into z minus 1. Now let us substitute the values of z one by one and then solve the constants a, b, c. When we put z as 1, we get 0 plus b into minus 1 plus 0. That means the value of b is minus 1. When we put z as 0, we get 2a plus 0 plus 0. That means the value of a is 1 by 2. When we put z as 2, then we get 0 plus 0 plus 2c, that is the value of c is again 1 by 2. Now substituting all the values of a, b, c in this expression. So we get 1 by z into z minus 1 into z minus 2 is nothing but a is 1 by 2 and b is minus 1 and c is 1 by 2. Okay. Now this is our square bracket. Whatever was inside the square bracket is now resolved using partial fractions. Okay. Now we can replace the square bracket, this square bracket, with the partial fraction we have just now obtained. So therefore integral of c 4 minus 3z 1 by z into z minus 1 into z minus 2 dz is now written as integral of c 4 minus 3z (1 by 2z) minus 1 by z minus 1 plus 1 by 2 into z minus 2 dz. By opening the bracket, so we can consider 3 different integrals here. So 1 by 2 integral of c 4 minus 3z divided by 2, it is z dz minus integral of 4 minus 3z divided by z minus 1 dz plus 1 by 2 integral of c 4 minus 3z divided by z minus 2 dz. Now let us consider these integrations one by one, because here z naught is different and f of z is different for 3 different integrals. Let me call this as I1, call the second integration as I2, call the third integration as I3. Now I am going to solve I1. I1 is integral of c 4 minus 3z divided by z minus 0 So here our z naught is 0 and f of z is 4 minus 3z. We have to make use of the Cauchy integral formula, which states that f of z by z minus z naught dz is 2 pi I into f of z naught. So by making use of this formula, we have to find what is f of 0, so which is nothing but 4. So after applying this Cauchy integral formula, we get 2 pi I into f of 0, so which is nothing but 2 pi I into 4, that is 8 pi I. So we have obtained our first integral. Now let us solve the second integral. So this is our second integral. I2 is integral of c 4 minus 3z divided by z minus 1 dz. So here also our z naught is 1. By comparing with the Cauchy integral formula, this is our Cauchy integral formula. By comparing here, we get z naught equal to 1, which lie inside the circle. Okay, so our f of z is 4 minus 3z. So let us substitute this point in this function. So f of 1 is 4 minus 3, which is 1. So our formula will be 2 pi I into f of 1. So that is 2 pi I into 1, which is 2 pi I. So we have obtained I2. Now let us solve I3. I3 is four minus 3z divided by z minus 2. I3 is integral of c 4 minus 3z divided by z minus 2 dz. So here z naught equal to, by comparing with the Cauchy integral formula, which I have put in a box, by comparing the formula, z naught is 2, which lie outside the circle. Therefore, by Cauchy integral theorem, when we have the point as outside the circle, that means our function is in safe zone, that is the integration will be 0. Now let us substitute all these values in our equation. So when you substitute this in our equation, our I1 was 8 pi I minus our I2 was 2 pi I and our I3 was 0. So your answer will be 2 pi I.